Hello Pisces, my name is Tiffany from Tiffany's Tarology, and it is so good to be here with you today. Today is the eclipse. Pisces, are we ready for the eclipse in Virgo? I hope so. Your 7th house is being highly activated at this time. You're probably also dealing with some 9th house issues, some 4th house issues. Because I believe as of tomorrow, Pluto in Aquarius is being squared by Mars in Scorpio. So 12th house, 9th house, 7th house, 4th house. A lot is going on. So we're going to pull some cards. I'm going to be using 2 oracle decks today, followed up with some tarot, and we will see what's coming in for you with this eclipse. But better yet, what are you likely getting rid of? What are you likely releasing? Is there anything that needs to be healed, let go of, released, so that you can protect your peace and move on with your life? Okay, Pisces, we're going to tap in. Okay, Pisces, you have cleansing in reverse. Take a breath, focus, change your tune, hidden motivations, status quo, letting go, your higher self. On the bottom of your deck, you have intuition in reverse and the past. On the bottom of your other deck, you have behind a mask and fear. So first and foremost, when I was looking into these cards, I went ahead and dived into the book just to make sure that we really hone in on the energy that Spirit is trying to present to us today. You have cut cords with something in your past. When the cleansing is in the upright position, it's telling you that you need to let go of something. With it being in the reverse, this is telling me you have let it go. You've realized a situation in your life, most likely associated with some type of partnership, some other person, that has been cleared, that has been let go of. That cycle has been broken. But there's something about that situation where you still may feel like you are being held back, tethered, pulled in different directions. With the letting go card, she wants to go through this specific door. She has a plan. She has an idea. She knows where she wants to go. But there's these other dogs, other people in your energy, maybe a person in your energy who are pulling you in a direction that you are resisting. So Spirit is saying right now, you really need to get focused on what it is that you desire, the action that it will take to clear this situation completely, because energetically you've cut the cords. But in the physical 3D, I think the eclipse is going to come in and actually sever the situation in a way that is not just this energetic energy. You also may have been in an obsessive energy, because both the take a breath and the change your tune card talked about needing to let go of a situation that's just been revolving in your mind and not getting anywhere. So the take a breath card was more specifically about just put it to the side, think about it, think it through. And the change your tune says you may need to completely approach the situation in a different way. You could have been stuck in trying to be a little bit too passive, maybe even a little bit too aggressive, a little bit too non-confrontational, or maybe too confrontational. You need to kind of put yourself where you belong. But Spirit's asking you at this time to, again, focus on where you want this situation in your life to go. It's a situation that you are no longer spiritually and energetically attached, but in the physical 3D, you are very much so stuck. So take a step back, breathe, Think about where you want to go, what you want to accomplish. And Spirit says, go towards that. Stick with the status quo. Don't give in. Don't let down. Don't give up. You may have people, again, who want to pull you in different directions, or a situation that's trying to take you off course. Spirit says, you know, this reminds you of the focus card. You know what it is that you desire. You know where the light at the end of the tunnel is for you. You have to get very serious about how to get there. And again, with a change or tune, I think it's going to be different for each and every one of you. But there's something about doing things the way you always have. And with the hidden motivations, there may also be limiting beliefs where you don't believe that you can get something done, or that, sorry, I wanted to let that plane pass, but you may not believe that you can wholeheartedly achieve this goal. And for some of you, a new home may be a motivation for you. Living a more peaceful life, maybe surrounded by nature, may be significant for you. Finding a new place for your children, a place for your family, a place where you feel safe. That's your motivation. Use that and stick with that. And don't let these fears cloud your judgment around what is going on around you. Your higher self is trying to lead you in the right direction. Lead with your heart, lead with your third eye, lead with that crown chakra. And trust that your higher self is communicating with you and trying to guide you. Don't be so obsessed over the situation to the point of insanity. You are clearing it. And just understand that also this eclipse energy is going to help clear it even more. You are completely aware of people in your energy who were behind a mask. This energy has been following Pisces for many months, and most of you have come to realize, understand, and have rejected the energy behind this mask. But there's also the version of you that could be living behind a mask and not asserting yourself in a situation out of fear. Fear of making the wrong decision, fear of the unknown, fear of what the other person may think, fear of how things are going to come together or fall apart. There was a need to release the fear, to be true to yourself, to trust that Spirit is opening up a doorway, a pathway for you. And ultimately, that the past is in the past. There is a trust walk that you're on right now, Pisces. Severing the past, severing the wounds, clearing the energy, the traumas, the wounds associated with this relationship. It's time for you to get out of your head and to trust your intuition. With it in the reverse, you're not listening to your intuition. Your intuition is telling you it's going to be okay. There's going to be positive change. Things will move forward as they should. But that head will sometimes start really making us overthink. Feel into this energy, Pisces, and understand that yes, there is some fear surrounding past situations. There are people still pulling on you, energetic cords that are trying to kind of dissuade you and persuade you in different ways. But do not let fear hold you back from taking a chance, a leap, a risk, and doing something new. Again, changing your tune. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. You also can't get to where you're trying to go with an old plan. I think this is a time to reinvent a plan, start over, tweak, perfect a plan. And it looks like you do have divine support coming in for you, Pisces. And it says, watch for the signs. There's going to be people, advice, wise counsel, support that's coming in for you, and it's going to help you clear up all of this fragmented energy that you may have. Again, I'm seeing a lot of energetic cords attached to your energy. So we're going to clear these cards up really quick, Pisces, and we're going to dive into your tarot. But I do think that you can overcome this situation. You just have to be willing to look at it in a different light, in a different way. Approach this situation with a newfound sense of focus and a new sense of purpose. What is your aim? What is your desire? What do you want to happen in this relationship and this partnership? Some of you may be also letting go of an old job or identity attached to that job, because the 7th house can also rule like contracts and agreements that you have with employers and bosses. And you may have been struggling right now to let it go because you're like, I don't know if I can, because if I do, then I'll lose everything. You know, so there's definitely like a pessimistic tone to how you feel about the situation, Pisces. So let's see, for the eclipse energy, Spirit, what does Pisces need to know? What do they need to know? What's their current situation? Energy. Page of Swords. I feel that you are in a position where you are trying to defend yourself, gain knowledge on what to do next, and be witty. I do feel some uncertainty in the energy of this card. And I do also feel that you may be on the defensive against someone at this time. I do think it's time to have some tough conversations. You may be receiving messages or having to send messages to others in your sector, whatever the 7th house energy is in your life. And it feels a bit destabilizing, but I want to go deeper, Pisces, and ask Spirit, what is this communication about? Because one or both parties may be on the defensive about this. What is this Page of Swords, Spirit? What's coming in with this message, or what is Pisces receiving? What are they saying? Queen of Cups in reverse. I feel like you're letting someone know that you're no longer this person. That's what I immediately intuited. You're talking to somebody and you're like, I'm not this person anymore who's going to just be bullied, pushed around. The Queen of Cups, not that she can be bullied, but she can be a bit soft. She can be a bit forgiving. Not that you don't need to forgive either, okay? You can definitely forgive. But you're not going to be this person anymore who does not put their self first, especially in the realm of emotional energy. You are ready to cut those cords with this sword. So you might have been telling someone, you could also be dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or someone with that highly aspected in their chart. You might be telling them, no, I'm not about to just sit here and bow down. I'm not about to let you push me over. I may be kind, but you will not take my kindness for weakness. That's what I feel. So there's some type of message that either you will receive or that you are sending out. Maybe a message being sent out on your behalf as well. And this is a time, Pisces, where I don't think you're completely confident in your stance, but you must stand your ground. Again, focus. What is it you want? Stick with the status quo. Do not allow someone to bully you. Your challenge at this time. You are not the Queen of Cups in reverse most of the time, but they have forced you to be out of that energy of peace, love, and harmony. All right, so here it is. Your challenge is the 7 of Swords. Someone has yet again come into the camp. That's what's happening here. There's this camp in the background. Someone has come into the camp to steal, to take, to deceive or decept you, Pisces. And you have realized and understood the reality of the situation that is unfolding before you, and you don't trust it. You see the masked figure in the spotlight. The energy is clear. And Pisces, this time, you're not letting them walk away with your money, your stuff, your happiness. You're not allowing them to invoke fear or pain or fragmentation of your energy. You are standing up to this energy. Like, let's say it's even like this, because then they're looking at each other. I see this person trying to steal from you, and Pisces said, not today. I've learned a thing or two. And you will not continue to take from me. I will not continue to be taken advantage of. A new day has dawned for this Pisces. Yeah, you're looking them fair and square in the eye. And for many of you, I don't think that they're used to this type of Pisces. I don't think they're ready for what you are bringing to the table. I think they're going to be very shocked. This could be family for some of you. Could be going through it in a family situation, hardcore. Strengths for Pisces. All right. You, under the eclipse of this new moon, you will be moving away from this situation entirely. Your strength is that you cannot be held back. Your strength is that you don't have time to deal with this person and their antics and their shenanigans, and you don't have time to deal with petty arguments, and you're done. Again, you had that cleansing card in reverse. You have already energetically disconnected. Now, Pisces, you need to sit in your Emperor and High Priestess energy. What a duo. This is strength in the real world, right? This is strength in your everyday life. This is stepping up to this situation and asserting yourself. The High Priestess is what has been leading you through this. This has been how you have been able to use your cards, meditate. I'm seeing past life regressions, looking into Akashic records, using spell work, but of white magic. I'm not seeing black magic. This could literally just be cord cutting ceremonies, right? Banishing spells, getting energy away from you, taking a salt bath, meditating, using mantras. There's so many different ways that this High Priestess can come through you. But through this fortitude in your physical 3D life, asserting yourself, and also trusting your inner knowledge, the ancient soul that's within you, Pisces, you are able to disconnect from this deceptor, from this deceptive energy in your life. Very, very strong strengths there, Pisces. And you need to believe that. You need to trust that. You need to understand, okay, let me focus on what I need to do to get away from this masked figure, to get away from this deceptor. This is it. Final curtain call. Area of focus. I'm seeing a fight with a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or someone with a very inflated personality. Could be a narcissist. It could be a person with narcissistic-like tendencies. This could be someone who has a big ego, a person who wants to control and be in charge and have things their way. There is a fight that's going to break out or has broken out. And it's not going to go in a way that they are expecting. They are not expecting you to hold your sword up, Pisces, at this time. But they are going to see a brand new Pisces. But I do see, with your spirit team saying area of focus, there is going to be a big kind of clash, or I heard Clash of the Titans. And you may feel for a time, for whatever reason, I'm feeling that you may feel like you're losing. And at the last second, there seems like there will be a turn of events. Something unexpected. I'm like seeing this war energy in my mind's eye. You could have had a past life where you did fight in a war with this person. Maybe some of you are active in the military now, or were in the military at some point in your life. But I'm seeing this underdog story that is developing from this, where it seemed as though the aggressor, the opposition, the quote-unquote bad guy in the movie was going to win. And at the last second, the tides turn and the win goes to the underdog. That's what I'm seeing, okay? Near future. This is a battle that will be won, not just with brute strength, but with spiritual prowess as well. This person, near future, is going to come at you, Pisces, with something that unsettles you. For a second, it may even make you feel trapped. It may feel like you can't get through that door. It may cause fear. That's what this card is all about. They may invoke a spirit of fear in you that everything is falling apart again. Some new ideas, some new tactics, some last minute betrayal, some difficult news, a difficult conversation, a battle that seemingly can't be won. And again, I feel like are not necessarily feeling as confident as you should be, Pisces, with a page energy, but your aggressor showing up in the Knight of Swords. I feel like their candle is going to burn out quickly, though, because you're a student of the, a student of the art. Student of the craft. There we go. And they think that they know everything. So this person is not going to suspect the tactics that you have up your sleeve, Pisces. There is something about you being unsuspecting in this situation. But in the near future, yes, there is going to be this period that comes through where you may feel trapped, you may feel stuck. There may be new information that unfolds that leaves you in your head, and that's why your intuition card was in reverse. You may tap out of that intuitive self and you're like, what's happening? You're spiraling. Spirit says, no, that is why you have to pull out of that energy where you're repeating cycles of insecurity, of fear, of holding on to the past, of thinking worst case scenarios, and you have to get yourself out of this mindset. Spirit, how can Pisces move through this Eight of Swords? How can Pisces move through? We have the Two of Swords, the Nine of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. So the Two of Swords lately, for whatever reason, has been about blocking energy. So you are going to go into deep protective mode when this person tries to come in with whatever antic, tactic, conversation, paperwork, some type of fear-based situation. You will block this energy and you will say, I know I'm tired. I know this is not going to be easy, and I really don't know if I can do this, but I can do this. Like, you have to remind yourself, you can do this. This is that 11th hour type of situation where things really don't look like they're going well for you. And at the last minute, Pisces, there is this divine protection that I see that's going to come in and solve, help, assist. Some of you, this may be invoked through your own throat chakra. Others of you, this could be an outside person. Take it as it resonates. But there will be this situation where that energy is blocked, severed, cut, and released. And they will have to listen to the authority, whether that is spirit coming and physically causing a shift, whether it's a legal institution, whether it's you, Pisces. But I see this person, try as they might, they will not be able to cross through this impenetrable barrier. And if they have tried and tried and tried to do this, I feel like spirit is finally about to give that final blow. I also am seeing in my third eye that there was like, again, I'm seeing a warlike scenario where there's this quote unquote ill-prepared side of the war and a more fortified side of the war. And what was actually happening the entire time, what Spirit's showing me is the queen or the king or whatever was not sending out the big guns until the very end. So when this situation felt like it was about to win, out comes the situation they were never expecting. And there is like a overwhelm of the other side. This person doesn't see what's coming towards them. They have you feeling stuck, maybe in fear or panic. But trust me, Pisces, when I tell you, you have really high ranked guides and a spiritual team that is ready to fight for you. And they've held back trying to let you get through this situation by yourself. But they understand that the Page of Swords is not enough of the artillery that you will need to fight this situation. So Spirit's sitting in the big guns. There will be order reestablished. All that fragmented energy will come back together. All right. Recent past. Nine of Swords. Again, the cards that I was reading were talking about you obsessing about a situation. I think there has been a lot of fear associated with a situation you've been going through in your life, Pisces. And it may have been keeping you up at night. It may be consuming you. You may be losing weight, eating obsessively, trying to hide your fears, maybe numbing out as well. But I do feel that this has all been projections. You need to increase your protective energy around you. Wear crystals that protect you. Have mantras around you that protect you. Dream catchers if you need them. Black tourmaline in your room and around the home. You may need to sage the home. And you also may need to filter out things in your life that are clouding your mind. Let's say you're watching things on social media that are sending you in a downward spiral. You need to really get a hold of that. This has been a warfare of the mind and of the spirit. And it's emanated in your reality, but it's time to let that go. It's time to move past that fear, Pisces. Fear has no place in your life. It holds you back from success. Advice. So many swords in this reading, Pisces. Oh, more swords. But this is about you shifting your mindset. This is about trusting, again, status quo energy. This is that focus energy. You will and you can move into a situation, Pisces, where you are able to be yourself. At the last minute, you and your family, you in this situation, there is going to be a turn of the tides, an escape, a hidden route, that hidden artillery, again, that I see Spirit sending your way to push the situation into a completely new landscape and puts you in the driver's seat. These are your spirit team. This is you, maybe a child, you and your spouse, you in a situation or someone that you care for, being safely guarded and moved away from a situation. You don't have to fight so hard. But again, we have Page of Swords, Seven of Swords, Five of Swords, Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords, Six of Swords. This has been a very difficult mental battle. Again, 9th house, 12th house. 12th house is the subconscious. 9th house is issues with philosophy, ethics, law. It could also be something that deals with your, like a higher level institution, or even something to deal with schooling. That 7th house and that 4th house mixed in there. This could be about a job, a lawsuit, a family issue. Family court comes through. There's so much that you're going through, Pisces. Your subconscious feels overwhelmed. And then your physical world is actually feeling like it's on fire. This is not just a battle in the head. It's actually showing itself in your world. So don't get me wrong. This isn't just a mental issue. This is something that is present, very physically present. But it is taking up your energetic mental space to the point where you feel very stuck. But what I do see Spirit saying is, okay, you may feel trapped. You may feel anxious and mentally stuck, but there will be this way out. There will be a way out. I want you to trust it. I don't want you to worry about it. Your intuition is leading you here. Stand in your power. Let go of fear. Release attachments to the situation. And no more fighting. Allow the artillery to come in that is going to do the hard work for you. I pulled a card for myself the other day and it said, do your part and let your spirit team do the rest, okay? They're here guiding and protecting you, Pisces. Archangel Michael is very significant to this situation. Divine timing is still at hand. They say you will still celebrate. There will be good news still that comes in. You don't see it yet. It has to play out. The next 3 months are very significant. Environment for you, Pisces. The Sun. They want you to focus on the good. Continue to focus on your goals. Continue to focus on things that make you happy. your arts, your crafts, your books you're writing, watching your favorite TV show, spending time with your children, getting out in nature, doing what makes you feel good. Your environment needs to be filled with peace and happiness. Sunshine would be great, because this whole situation around you seems really dark, but in comes the sun. And the sun is also maybe a new creative endeavor, a new project or business that you are trying to sprout. Take the time to focus on that. Because if anything, that seems like it could be getting derailed by this energy that is taking up a lot of energetic space. Spirit says you will receive your happily ever after, your good fortune, the good things that want to come to you, but it will take time. A lot of you are saying, I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of these people. I'm tired of the situation. But the eclipse is finally here, Pisces, and there will be change. Just hold on tight and trust that the battle is being won, even if you don't see it yet. Hopes and fears. Again, you may need to change your tune. Whatever you've been doing, maybe it's not working anymore. But Three of Wands. You're hopeful that there will be a change in the course of the way things are going, that there will be a rectification of the situation, that there will be a way out. This is giving me Moses at the Red Sea vibes, where you just need the sea to part to walk through. And you will see a miraculous front. You will see a true miracle in your life, Pisces, that allows you to get through this difficult period where you don't see a way out. Again, the parting of the Red Seas. For those of you who don't know what that is, when Moses was freeing the people, the Hebrew people from Egypt, they came to the Red Sea, and it was basically like they were free finally from the Pharaoh. But they got to a place where they could not cross. They got to a threshold where there was no way forward. And I'm sure at that time, there was a lot of people pulling on Moses and telling him, we should do this, we should do that. But Moses stood firm. Moses stood at the center of the Red Sea. He trusted in God. All he had was a staff in his hand. That's the staff right here. And he pushed that staff down and trusted God. And the sea began to part. And they walked through to the other side. Did Pharaoh try to come in and still take them back after all of this happened? Yes. But as they made their safe passage through, that's where that divine intervention comes in. And they closed the sea. So all of the Pharaoh's men who had tried one last time to steal those people from Egypt, they were wiped away. That's that diversion that I see in like the 11th hour, that the ill prepared side of the situation. And I'm not saying that you're super ill prepared, Pisces, but that's how you're showing up in the energy, a little bit more on the side that has been persecuted. And that's an energy that I'm sure you could relate to. And the persecutor, or I don't even know if that's a word. The person pursuing you, they are about to think that they can come in with one last blow, one last diversion, one last trick, but they are going to be set in order. I'm hearing natural disaster. There's going to be a shift, a transformation, a release. The Death card is here. From a contract, a high-level contract, that has seemed impossible to escape. But you will have victory, Pisces. And there is going to be equal give and take. As the candle blows out, we always know during my readings when the candles go out, very significant energy of that energy being wiped out or something shifting. All right. Final outcome for Pisces in this situation. The Hanged Man. You need to let it go and let it flow. I see really good things coming for you, Pisces. I see someone who surrenders to the will of the divine. I see someone who trusts what they cannot see. I see someone who has gained knowledge and they know that they are going to be victorious. It doesn't matter what it looks like. This is about trust. I feel you are no longer fighting this battle in a way, again, that is with brute force. I feel this is you saying, Spirit, I trust you. I will not back down. I'm going to be witty and I'm going to protect myself from this bully. I'm no longer walking in that Queen of Cups energy because I'm not to be played with. But I also am not going to sit here and use up all my reserves and my strength to fight this battle. This battle will be won for me. So there is a release or a surrender. You are going through an enlightenment with this eclipse. There is a profound healing that is taking place. Your angels and spirit guides are saying this was always meant to purify and cleanse and release this energy from your life. Take this as a lesson that divine intervention is at play. I see things that they're not showing you right now, that you need to trust. That there is this angel on your side. There is this clearing of that 12th house energy that Aquarius can represent for Pisces. There will be victory after the battle. And the person that you have been in cahoots with, there will be judgment called. They will have to atone for the pain that they inflicted upon you. And you will receive the reward, the opportunity, for some of you the money, others of you something physical that you have been waiting for. Something that has taken a long time to get to you. It will be released and given back. This time of betrayal that you went through, Pisces, it was not in vain. It was a difficult story. It was a difficult battle. You may have literally felt like there was nothing more that could be done, and they tried to land that 10th sword, but still you rise. There is new opportunities afoot, Pisces. Trust that Spirit has this like magic wand in the bag of secrets, and there's going to be a way out of the situation that you just don't see coming. But all right, Pisces, I'm going to leave you there. Enjoy this eclipse, and I'll see you tomorrow with another video. All right, bye, Pisces.